Good morning, good morning, good morning, you guys. I just wanted to come on this morning because I was so into my morning motivation that I wanted to come on and I wanted to share some nuggets that one of my greatest mentors ever, Dr. Myles Monroe, I know many of you guys know him, but something he said, which I've heard this passage times before, and I've also read the book on his potential. But this morning it really resonated in my spirit that I wanted to share with you all, because a lot of times we are limited by what other people have said or told us that we can do. Sometimes your potential is locked in your associations. A lot of times your potential is locked in your circumstances, your temporary circumstances. A lot of times your potential, got a call drop in my mouth. Your potential is locked in your career or a job that you are on, a 9 to 5. A lot of times your potential is locked in what you thought on yesterday, or what happened on yesterday, what happened 20 years ago. I want you to listen to some nuggets that I got from Myles Monroe, and I'm going to share this in my Guys, Daughters, and Sons .net International Facebook group. I'm going to share this video of him, and I want you all to really listen and hone into everything that he's saying, because a lot of times you think, oh, I've achieved this, I've reached my potential. But I want you to listen to Myles Monroe. Listen to this real quick.
Is all you can do, but you haven't done yet. Potential is all you can become, but you haven't become it yet. Potential is a very strange concept. Potential is who you really are, but no one knows it yet.
Listen to that.
I'm going to make a statement. Don't
listen to this. Listen to this.
Every person write it down. Whatever you have done is no longer your potential. Whatever you have what? Done is no longer your potential.
When he said that, I was like boom, 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 boom. It's like, because you will get caught up in your successes. You'll get caught up in what you have achieved. That's not, whatever you've accomplished, that goal. You know, I have a vision board, a vision wall, because honey, a board would not handle me, okay? So I have a vision wall, and it looks like a road map. And on my wall are things that I've already put into motion. And because I'm going to tell you why my vision board is a little bit different from some people. Because I have so much in me until the things that I have a roadmap, and I have like my you went to school, you have an outline, and I have my stuff, my roadmap outlined. Now I left space because as in the mornings or when I'm praying or during a day that God gives me something, and I'm like, wait a minute, I could do this. I put it down and I work towards that goal. Because a lot of times what we'll do, we'll put stuff on the board, but we never accomplish it. Some people do. I'm not saying that some people don't. But what I've done, so I won't get caught up in, because I work so fast, and I have so much going on in my mind, and I have books, and I have seasonings, I have this, I have that. I had to organize my thoughts. And it's so good and key to organize your thoughts. Organize and structure. Everything has to have a structure and be organized. See, when you're talking about potential, a lot of times we have potential. We have the idea to do something. And a lot of times we actually started it, but we don't finish it. What about those things that you started, but you did not finish? And a lot of times what it is, you haven't wrote it out. If you write out, I'm pointing because it's on my wall over here. If you write out that potential, that thought, then you work towards it. Work towards the thought. Okay, I'm going to give you a prime example, and so you can get an understanding of what I'm saying. Take the music industry. An artist works with a production, not a production company, producer, and you got the record label and everything. So what they will do while they're creating an album or a CD, come on, so you can get a term of what I'm saying. While they're creating, they'll start listening to the music, and they'll say, wait a minute, this a hit single. So you have the artist knows, the record label knows, the producers, they know that, okay, we're creating this album, but we come up with this one song that we're gonna make a single first, and it's almost like it's a selling bait. It's to see if the audience, a warm, like a soft opening, to see if or a pre-sale, to see if the audience is gonna really like this artist. But in the mindset, they're already knowing that they are creating a whole album, but they don't wait until the whole album is released and finished. They will release one song, then they will release another song. Hey, and a single may be out. If you ever know, a single may be out for 6 months. Sometimes with some artists, it's been a year and they have not completed the whole album. Have you ever noticed that? Then they will release the song or release a certain single when the album is complete. So I'm telling you, start with a thought. You have people, they will tell you, especially those who have multiple gifts and talents, and we all do. I just firmly believe if we are creating God's image, we all have unreleased multiple gifts and talents. You do not have one potential. You do not have one talent. You do not have one gift. Okay? You do not have one idea. You do not have one thought. Release that first thought. Okay, let me see. You know, what it's going to do. But a lot of times what we will do, a lot of people, when we stay stuck, we will hold on to that one thought until we get a whole thing completed, album. But it doesn't start coming together until you take one step. Remember that old song say, take one step. Okay, I don't like that song because some people have literally taken that song and saying, I'm not going to do nothing else. But no, with your first step, release it. If you have a business, I'm going to use me with my seasonings. Okay, I have 14 now. But when I first started out, I had nothing but all purpose. That's it. But I was already in my mind, like, you know, I hadn't packaged it yet, but I have all the, you know, okay, some people in their cabinet, they have like 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 seasonings they may use. Okay, I have a plethora. You know, like canned goods, you have a whole lot. I have a lot of seasonings. So I would take seasonings and just sprinkle it on the meat, or in my food, but I wasn't putting it together yet. And I said, wait a minute. And my son said to me, he said, Mom, you cook too good for those plates to just be my plates. You need to figure out a way to package that, because the way your food tastes, people are going to want to taste this food. I said, but I can't cook for everybody. But see, you got to go through stages. I had to, you know, package it up. No, first I did the cooking. Let me go back. I did the cooking with Carleatha. I would go out and I was selling my plates, my dinners. And I started catering, being a personal chef, right? So then people was like, what is in this food? And I said, it's my seasoning. So then I would listen to the people, my clients, and tell me, my customers, and they would tell me, about the flavors, and some would ask me about the salt and different things, and what did you put in it? But then I had to come back the chemist, because I'm a hairstylist. I knew about formulas, right? So everything is working for your good. So I knew how to like measure things off, and I know it's gonna take me a little while to get that formula just right, and have that pungent taste, because I can't do bland food, and I don't like food that. See, I wanted a pungent taste, but I didn't want it to be salty. That was my thing. So, and I wanted food that was spicy, but I didn't want it hot. There's a difference. So when I say spicy Creole, I don't mean hot. I mean with flavor, full of flavor. I'm sorry, I'm getting notifications on my computer. On my cell phone. But anyways, I'm talking about full of flavor. So I had to come back and just like, okay, what did I put in this, Italian dish? Okay. Then I would do the Chinese food, and I would say, okay, but see, while I was formulating it, all purpose was already out and selling. I released it all by itself. So then when I came back, I just started packaging. Then when I would bake, okay, the food would taste good. Then when I would do my oil blends, I would notice how the food would taste. I said, wait a minute, this tastes good. One lady told me, she said, girl, you need to package all of that up and sell it. And I was like, okay. And boom, next thing I know, all those years, 14 different flavors and seasonings with herbs and spices, and the sugar, cinnamon, sin sugar. That's I like that name, because like, sugar's a little sin sugar, but CIN. So it just started coming, just all coming together. Then, I got my cornmeal. I like to do my own, season my cornmeal up when I fry my fish. And I'll never forget my dad asked me, he said, what do you put on your fish? And I said, I'm thinking, I just put some seasoning on it. He was like, girl. And then my son said to me, he said, Mama, your chicken, when you fry, what is it? So I said, okay, I gotta do my fish, my chicken fry. So it was just a lot of things, and then I had to like put together to say, wait a minute, people want to know, what am I putting in my in my I keep getting notifications, in my different foods. And so I had to package that, but I couldn't wait to I get it all together before I start putting the first seasoning out. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Stop listening to people that tell you, oh, you can only do one thing, you got to put everything on the shelf. Girl, if I would have did that, and I did that for a strong season, because I didn't understand how to put all of my gifts and talents out, social media is the greatest way. Because utilize all of those different portals, is what I'm going to call them. You don't put the same, I had to learn that, because I was putting the same thing on all the different sites. The same thing, because I didn't know how to do it at first. And then God just be, watching different videos, going to different seminars, and just watching, utilizing the stories. And if you watch, I do a credit piece. I love, teaching people about budget and all that, credit restoration. I have my credit business in the stores on Facebook, and I have a group, God's Daughters and Sons.net, that house the credit. And it houses budgeting, it houses, relationships, it houses personal development, personal growth, health and your finances. That's God's Daughters, because I'm a lifestyle coach. Then I have Iron Woman, where I'm training those who are my agents and customers on what it is you need to do to market yourself, because I'm a marketer, right? So then I love to write, so that's my publication page. Then I'm a hairstylist. Okay, I had to hurry up do my hair something quick this morning. You know, as I took my shower, I didn't know I was gonna come on. Quick, boom, boom. I already had my hair like pretty much like this, but I had it in a kind of twisted. I do that really quick. It took me like 5 minutes. Then shampooing. But anyways, I have a page for that. Carleatha the personal divine personal hairstylist. Okay, because I've been doing hair since I was 20. Okay, stood behind the chair for 21 years. So, honey, professional hairstylist. Okay, did the traveling hairstylist for the last 8 years. I still do it if clients need me to do it, but I don't do it as much because I have so much other stuff that came out of me. Right, hair is not my number one thing anymore. It used to be. For 21 years, it was number one. That's all I did pretty much was hair. Now I would do a little bit of catering, a little bit. People ask me to bake them a peach cobbler, do some food for a party, but it was like, just it was just a side thing, not because this is something I really wanted to do. It was because, can you make me this? And I said, oh yeah, okay. And I charged $20 for a peach cobbler, but they had to buy everything. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So I would do that. So then, what I want to say, I would do my home, and people say, girl, the way you decorate, I need, I didn't realize I was interior decorator, and I would do the floor designs, sold floor designs, and just would decorate pretty, and people would say, girl, you can decorate. Interior decorator was birth. Boom, because I didn't know, that's what it was called. I would watch HGTV, I would go to the furniture stores, I would just stay in different stores and watching people and, designing stuff at churches and everything, and it just kind of evolved, because that's just who I am, and my son just got sick of me like every 6 months changing the whole house around, like, Mom, I wish you find another hobby. I said, this is not a hobby, this is what I realized it was something that was, that potential that was in me. So then I got a page for that. For those of you joining in, I'm pointing to my vision wall, okay? So, and I'm not going to let y'all see that yet, okay? That's my vision wall. So, make sure you don't let everybody see everything you're doing, okay? So, but let me put this little nugget in. Sometimes you have to learn to move in silence. So then the next thing that I had to learn was my Facebook page. I didn't want to put everything just on my personal page. So then, because I already had the other pages, well, that's my advertisement page. That's what it advertises all of my businesses. All of everything that I do is an advertisement page. Then I had to learn just recently about Instagram. Okay, I was putting the same stuff that I would put on Facebook, I was putting on Instagram, but I started noticing marketing too. I started watching the numbers on how people would respond to me on Instagram versus Facebook, and then the different portals, right? When I say portals, I mean the different sites that Facebook will have, right? I said, wait a minute. When I talk about me and what I do, my gifts and my talents, not the credit piece, people respond to my cooking. They respond to, nose kind of, sometimes I can't, I've been working around dust or cleaning or whatever. It's the allergy, but I ain't giving into that. But anyways, I started noticing that, okay, let me utilize Instagram for more of the, I would say the celebrity side, more of what I do, me, to do. Cooking with Carleatha, my books. That's what people, my seasonings, that's what people want from me. And I started noticing people were sort of responding. I started getting more likes. I started getting more insights. Check your insights. I said, okay, I got this. So you have to learn that versus in your DMs. My DMs is credit. That's what people want to deal with me about. My credit restoration business. That's what, as the financial consultant, that's what they want to deal with me about. It's in the DM. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't want everybody to know what they're going through on Facebook. So they come to me in the DM, right? Because I'll say comment or DM. But my stories, I'll get up to 40, 80, 100 people that have strolled through my DM. The numbers are just constantly going up, okay, on my stories, versus me just putting it on the page. It is just weird. It's just weird. It's just weird. And I'm like, you have to find what market works for you, for what business. I didn't get this overnight. You know, I've been on Facebook for I guess 10 years, I guess, since 2009, 10, 11 years I've been on Facebook. So it took me a while, and I'm still learning. It's something that, to me, I feel you're just forever growing. And so that's just a portal for you guys. But I just wanted to tell you, I just wanted you to listen to Myles Monroe, and I'm going to end out with some more of him. And
potential is always what you haven't done yet.
See, you
but you can still do. In other words, potential is the you that nobody knows yet. We already know the one you showed us. As a matter of fact, the greatness you are still to attain is trapped on the inside. Potential, therefore, is what you can accomplish but you haven't achieved yet. That's why I come to this church to talk to this church also. 18 years, God has said, well, okay. You built this building 5 years.
Yeah, I told you to listen to that ending part. Potential, when he said that, is what you haven't accomplished yet. So guess what? So what? Things didn't go right before in the past the way you thought it was going to go. Keep going. Because potential is still on the inside of you. Potential is unused success. Potential is kept capacity. What's still on the inside of you that has not come out yet? You haven't reached it. You haven't finished reaching your full potential. So, I didn't play that part, but he talks about the graveyard is the richest place in the earth, on earth. It's the graveyard. That's where a lot of potential is still in the graveyard. Don't die with your potential still in your pocket. Release it. Find a way. During this pandemic, this COVID, which is going to be here, God is just showing us that he allowed you to get that time to reset, to get still. A lot of y'all was still moving real busy during the pandemic. You couldn't stay in the house, but you needed to sit down and really hear. That's why, they're by each other. If there's an arrow, hear with your mind, hear with your ears, hear with your eyes. What are you seeing? What is still locked on the inside of you? That fulfillment. Your potential is locked in your unfulfillment. I'm going to leave you with that. Get fulfilled, and you're going to reach your potential. You're going to keep reaching to the day you die, releasing. Die empty. You've given it all out. You've given it all out. I don't care how old you are. I don't care about the age. I don't care if you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You still have potential. That's why God has left you here on this earth. So, release, let go, get away from negativity, and I'll see you at the top. Love you. Bye-bye.